whispering or saying loudly, "Shine, shine, shine." I would assume that I'm, I don't know, gonna eat the cat on live television.
You're ruining everybody's day.
So disrespectful just for views. It's hurting for all the people that actually do try.
Hey guys and girls on Ash Japanese, it's your flashy fashion reporter Kathy Cat, and I have some wonderful flashy fashion people with me here today, and we're actually going to talk about meiwaku people, like people who are kind of nuisance streamers and nuisance content creators. I'm a content creator, so it's always a bit of a tough topic for me, so I would like to hear your opinions about people that have currently upset Japan and what your thoughts are as Americans. So let's go.
I think one of the big things for me coming to like a new country is respecting the country and their cultures and what they do. Don't come here and just be like, oh, well, I can get away with this because I'm not from here. It's if you're coming here to visit, you should respect their ways and what they expect on, you know, public transit, on escalators, in bathrooms, public shopping malls.
So yeah, so we had a couple of like content creators who almost purposely seem to upset the public.
Yeah, like in general, it's a horrible look on us, and it's a horrible look on foreigners. I mean, I'm very frustrated with these influencers who come who don't actually have a tie or desire to be in Japan. They don't study the language, don't care about it. They're just coming here because it's trendy. And the disrespect that they show really has affected, I've seen the vibe in general about Americans. Like when I started coming here 2015, my first trip, it was like, oh, Americans are pretty awesome. You know, America's pretty awesome in general. You know, they have the action figures of Obama. So in general, I always was like, oh, American sentiments are pretty positive. Now it's, I can't walk down a street without an old lady behind me whispering or saying loudly, "Shine, shine, shine."
Whoa, that happened to you?
I had them say, "Detekute." I remember one time we were just looking at a cat that was on a windowsill, and the Japanese lady said, "Detekute, detekute."
Oh, yeah. She said to get out of here.
Because I guess, but the thing is, like, I know why she's scared is because if we were content creators, if we were acting the way that people do that are coming to Japan now, I would assume that I'm, I don't know, gonna eat the cat on live television and then stream it for my 1 million followers. So I get why they would be scared and they would be so aggressive. And that's very unusual, right? Like most Japanese don't do that, except I guess when you're older, you can get away with it more. But like, that is now the shifting tide. It's gone from, oh, Americans are pretty cool and interesting and fun to talk to, oh God, it's Americans. Oh God, tourists. Oh God, gaijin. Like, that change is directly relevant to not just the large numbers of us coming, but the large numbers of people who don't take any effort to change their behaviors. They don't care whatsoever about Japan, Japanese culture, what you should or shouldn't do in public here. It is truly, like frustrating to see that change because of these horrible influencers.
Yeah, how does it make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel really sad because, you know, I want a future where it's easier to come to Japan. Right now, it's relatively easy, right, for short stays. If this continues the way that it's going, knowing the conservative Japanese government, they've already added implementations where they limit the amount of tourists on Fuji. They're increasing the cost for tourists in Kyoto, for example, like the accommodation tax is going up. A lot of places are saying, you know, no gaijin, no foreigners, Japanese only. Like the conservative government, if this continues, is going to start limiting those visa options. It's going to limit the ability of Americans to emigrate here or to come here at a time when I'm sure there's a lot of people that would love to, and it's all because of these bad actors, you know? And if it continues, you never know. It could become a point where like people won't be able to come here for vacations as much, or it'll be difficult to get into Japan to be a tourist.
People won't just
as
want
an
you
American.
here in general.
Well, exactly. Like the Japan that I fell in love with in 2015 is slowly changing, and some things are changing for the better, but in general, like if these influencers continue doing this, the sentiment of the country will go negative, and it'll hurt every one of us, even the ones that do respect the culture, respect the trains, respect like just kooky, like we understand kooky, which they don't understand in general. So it makes me very frustrated that they continue to do this with zero regard for the long-term implications.
So for me, obviously, it's very feminist views with, again, Johnny Somali. America does not like you for what you have done. I know this because, I'm on a lot of the TikTok Japan updates, what Japan is updating on their travel for foreigners. And all the comments of a lot of videos that I see are, thanks, Johnny Somali. Thank you, Johnny Somali. There could be many other influencers, and we are looking at you, those who have come to Japan to do things that are just so disrespectful just for views. Like, if you want money, maybe don't ruin it for everyone. And then there's, again, Johnny Somali as an example, going on to women-only trains where we women already in any country do not have a lot of what we deserve when it comes to equal rights and
Safe spaces as well.
safe spaces, yes. And we have a safe space here in Japan. I can go into a women only.
The women only cards on trains, right?
I recently did go, and there was only women on the train. I felt so peaceful, so calm. We just need to respect. If we see it, it's in English, women only. Don't go in. If you don't know a lot of Japanese, that's okay. There's a lot of, understanding. There's the gaijin card, but don't play it so hard that you're ruining it for, the people that come here and try their hardest, to respect as best as they can. And then there's these rules that come out and the stuff that we see on TikTok that is just hurting, it's hurting for all the people that actually do try and just respect Japan, because I'm pretty sure the people that are coming here watched it when they were a kid. And I know that child you would be very disappointed.
There's been a lot of Meiwaku streamers right now. One that's very popular is the one that has a huge speaker and he blares loud songs on the trains and then he does flips on the station. Heard about that?
Definitely super disrespectful. I'm originally from Boston, and on the subways there, it becomes very unsafe and you feel like you're in danger when there's loud noises, there's chaos. And that's one of the things I like here is that the subways and the trains and everything are very silent, very peaceful. It's just get from point A to point B and you can just relax for a minute. But when you bring something that causes so much trouble and so much chaos, you're ruining everybody's day just to get a ha-ha on the internet.
My thoughts is JBL, the sponsor of that guy, is cooked. They are cooked, chat. Literally, they themselves were mad about what he is doing, right? Because they sponsor him and it's their speakers that he emphasizes and they pay a ton of money so that they can be viral. But he totally messed up and picked the worst country to do this. Literally, there's so many countries. Go to all of Europe. They would probably fine with that. But don't go to Japan. I don't know how big JBL is in Japan, but I guarantee you their sales are going to drop.
It's kind of big in America.
It's big in America,
Yeah.
But the fact is, people in America are going to be disgusted by it because It's now a topic of, I don't think anyone's oh yeah, I love that, except really 14-year-olds who just don't know any better.
Oh no, they're disgusted too.
Yeah, but most of the adults and people who have the money to buy a JBL speaker are going to be very disappointed in that. And then, obviously the Japanese market's going to hate it. And it's just you just screwed up, man. You screwed up so bad. You screwed up for your sponsor. I hope you lose your sponsorship. I hope that they distance themselves so hard from you. Nope, never mind. We didn't pay this guy. He totally did it on his own. I want them to drop you all the sponsors and advertisers drop Logan Paul after that whole situation, right? Just cut off.
The whole thing that he did in the Aokigahara forest, Logan Paul, that one.
Oh, God, that was a bad one.
You respect the dead. Even outside of Japan, you just respect the dead. It's so disrespectful. I've seen that video, sadly uncensored, and that definitely was a shocker. I did not expect that to happen. And just, don't disrespect people. Oh, wow, a dead body. It's a person. It's a human being who went there because they were so depressed that they wanted to leave. So don't disrespect them like that. Have love and compassion, which in Japan, when there's no foreigners who are, causing a ruckus or being horrid. Most of the time in Japan, everyone's so respectful, so sweet, despite being a foreigner. So give them what they give us.
Do you have any closing statements?
What you do on the internet will be seen by everybody. If you're in a moment and you're like, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this, but do it anyway, don't do it. Just don't, because then you'll have to deal with the repercussions, and it's not worth the money. It's not worth that 1 second of ha-ha on the internet. It can be catastrophic for whatever you do.
It's okay for gaijin to continue coming to Japan, but do basic research before you come. Watch some YouTubers that aren't, the ones you said.
Meiwaku streamer.
Hey, Meiwaku streamer. Don't watch the Meiwaku streamers. Watch ones that are just, exactly like that. Because you need to know, learn a bit of the culture before you come here. Think of it like everything you do in America is the opposite here, not just the side of the road. In America, we're loud. In Japan, you're quiet. In America, you talk to strangers. In Japan, you do not. And there's some fun things too, like slurping noodles is okay here. It's not okay in the States, apparently. There's also all the fun cultural things you can do here, right? So just control yourself, please. And do not be a bad influence, because it affects all of us. And we don't want that.
You're not getting paid to just be watched. Yes, I know you're a streamer, but the term is influencer. So influence the right way, not the wrong way. If you're getting paid and influencing people the wrong way, then you need to do some inner looking and some shadow work.
Before you come to Japan, please do your research. Find out what manners and rules there are. We have done so many videos about them. You cannot literally miss them. So check them out right here. There's a space for that. So you are informed, and you can do it right when you come to Japan. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Bye.